mindset
What's
Monday.
going on? Squeeze. We gotta get rid of these
Rolly chairs.
rolly chairs. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is talking head.
Yeah.
This
Working on it. We
I
really
wish you
are. This
should see
room.
more of our body.
Seen this room. I'm
Oh,
just gonna let me just oops.
are we live?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're live.
Okay.
So what?
That was good.
Okay. Look at this room. Doucet has done just a beautiful job on this room. Yes. Yeah. This side of the room. There.
And it's like it's designed. The nice thing about this room, which I really love, it's designed for sound. Oh, sorry.
It's designed for sound.
It's designed to be a sound room. So there's no very little echo, very little noise. Yeah, you can hear almost nothing. So you get better sound. So the theme was inspired by Katie. And then I took that theme and I want it to be like space, that sound of space, which there's nothing, there's no sound, no echo, right? So Diane and my sister Nicole, they put this like there's a wallpaper here on the side. It's kind of a room that extends, so it extends the room, so it gives more space. And these curtains, behind these curtains, there's noise canceling, and on the top of the ceiling, there's noise canceling, and the curtains are noise canceling. And so when you get into this room, it's full of space. It feels like space.
Yeah. And
it's
really good.
And it sounds like space.
Really good. I know, like a lot of people had said to me when we were doing our podcast, "Oh, Shelley, you should do something with the room. They should do something with the room." And of course, I'm like, listen to our words. The room doesn't matter. Listen to our words. And I forget how much that the space matters.
It does matter.
And it's interesting because I designed a home, and what the rooms that mattered most to me, I mean, I spent months on those rooms. Of course, I knew that
your space matters.
Yeah.
Create space.
I actually
pillar number 2. Create the space.
Oh.
It's pillar number 2.
Pillar number 2. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. But I don't think of the space. When you say create the space, I don't think of a physical space.
What do you think of?
I think of the space between my ears.
Well, both.
I know
everything's space.
It's meant to be both.
Yeah. Yeah, clean your space. Like some leaders will say, clean the space that you're in so that, create the space. Create the.
Yeah.
I remember,
we really match well with the room today.
We do.
Mark Andre, today would be a good day.
If you think about what we do, we build our homes and then we escape from it. We build a second home, and when we travel, we escape home. We don't build a home. We're not building a space. So when you're building it, you remember when you started your house, you asked me, what should I do?
Yeah.
And I said, well, create the space that you want to feel like. So you're creating kind of so this space felt like it has to feel like a sound room, something. So what is inspiring the space that you're in?
Yeah.
So we don't build homes, we build houses, right?
Yeah.
So then we escape from our houses because it doesn't have the feeling we're looking for.
Exactly. We go to the coffee shop to enjoy our coffee.
Right. Because they do a better job in setting the atmosphere.
Creating the atmosphere. Yeah. And that is something that I really spent a whole lot of time on. Even my
Oh shit.
Oh. Am I not talking loud enough?
No, it's my fault.
Oh, it's Yves' fault. I'm really glad it's Yves' fault. Not sure Shelley's mic is working. I think Yves' mic is picking up Shelley's voice. I have a loud voice though, so.
Is that better, Trent?
Trent, let us know if that is working. Good morning, Miranda.
I have to take up my sweater.
Yeah, Yves likes the heat, and that's how hot it is in here. You think that I just had this for menopause? Not true.
I'm gonna need one of those fans. Oh, that's fine. Sounds good. Okay.
Sounds good. It feels amazing. Thank you, Dion. Okay, so
what's on your mind today?
Victorious to victimhood.
Oops. I copied you.
You can copy me. Like if there is nothing more, for me, if somebody copies me, I do not get upset.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, for me, that means that it meant something.
It did.
Right? It meant something. So my very first speech was called Victim to Victorious. And I've used it a few times actually. And Yves spoke about victorious versus victimhood. I'm gonna tell you, victimhood, and as part of my speech, I always say, don't hang around in that hood too long because man, oh man, it is dangerous.
Yeah, so from a leadership point of view, right? When you're in a business or even from a personal point of view,
Uh-huh.
what do you do with people that keep being in victimhood? So victimhood sounds like this. This is the sound bites of a victim. Blame,
Yeah.
they, the government, the conspiracies, the talking heads, the what else? When you start like it sounds like belittling people,
Any name
any
calling at
name
all.
calling, right? Any guilt or shaming,
Yeah.
that's victimhood,
Yeah.
right?
That is.
That's
Yeah.
victimhood, right?
Yeah. And
When
it's
you say
systemic
no,
victimhood. That's you putting yourself there.
if you start your phrase with I have more experience than you, you're the victim.
Yes.
If you start yourself say I'm older than you, you should listen to me,
Yeah.
you're the victim.
Yeah. I have
If
all
you're
the
saying,
answers.
yeah, if you say I know where we're going and you
Yeah.
don't, you're the victim.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know it's kind of weird, but that's what if you have all the answers, you're the victim,
Yeah. Yeah. I hate it
right?
when somebody says to me, before we've had a conversation, let me explain what they've just said. Let me
Yeah,
explain
that's
what
victim.
they've just
That's
said.
victim.
Well, what that tells me is not only do you think that I'm stupid, right? But you didn't even give a chance to ask my opinion, right? I didn't get a
They're not
chance.
in because they're not listening.
Well, they have no interest,
No, because they're not here.
but yet
Yeah.
they want to influence me. Let me explain to you what they've said.
Yeah. So a person that constantly interrupts, victimhood.
Mm,
We've
mm.
masked that. We said that's ADHD. No, it's not. It's victimhood,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah,
So so the reason I say victimhood is you're stuck in the past. You're in your left hemisphere,
yep,
right?
yep.
You're in left brain. You are thinking and emotionally attached to a version of something, and you're upset that life didn't give you what you wanted.
So, what happens, Eve, when we are in reaction over what somebody said? What happens to us
Well,
when we feel that reaction immediately?
so the brain goes into emotion. You may
Mhm.
not feel the emotion. What you'll see is you'll start defending, deflecting, right? Like running away.
There was no
Right?
way to take in
Victim.
any other information.
No,
When you are in
no,
reaction
no.
about, well, I can't believe what he just said. Oh my God, can you see that?
Your left brain is constantly chatting you up,
Yeah,
right? To defend, to deflect, right?
yeah,
And so you can't argue with a person that's in victimhood because they're going to come up with more facts, more ways, because they only see one thing.
that's it.
Keep in mind, you don't see with your eyes, you see with your mind.
You can
So
tell when somebody is thinking about their answer as opposed to
you
listening
can,
to you,
yeah,
right?
absolutely.
They give it away every time. And if
Mhm.
you are ever present,
Yeah.
and what we ask people is to be here right now. Don't be in your to-do list. Be here right now. If you're listening to Eve and I, just put aside everything else that you have to do. Give yourself a half an hour of free space and just thinking about, what's happening here in the present. Because when we're thinking about what to say,
Yeah.
what happens to us? When we're thinking about what to say, we've missed it.
You've missed the opportunity to be here.
Yes,
So when
we,
you're thinking from the right side of the brain, you're like a child. Like you're curious, you're
oh,
observing, you're discovering, you're moving forward.
yeah,
When you're observing from the left side of the brain, right?
yeah,
You're defending, deflecting, arguing. You get more emotional. It triggers you. A trigger is like let's just get this straight. Everybody's triggered. Everybody
everybody,
has a reaction.
everybody,
Everybody has attachment.
everybody.
Everybody, right?
Yeah,
But every single human on this planet can see it.
yeah,
Right now,
yeah,
some have learned the practice. Maybe it's more in their DNA, their practice of who they are. They can observe their emotions, they can
yep,
observe their thoughts, and they can think from the right side of the brain. Now, if you're thinking from the left side of the brain, doesn't mean you can't learn. It means you need to create a space to be able to calm down, right, and not be affected by what you see,
yep,
right? So what do you deal with? How do you deal with a person that has all the answers? How do you deal with a person that like we've had a lot of people in our little businesses here that come to us and say, I have all the answers. And like I was thinking about you this weekend because I thought Shelley had great ways to deal with those people, right? How do you deal with a person that has all the answers? How do you deal with a person that comes to you and is always presenting negative ideas instead of presenting a positive movement forward, right?
Yep.
Here, like so, and it's always the same thing. It's always the same story. And you have great ways to do that. You remember some of them?
No, go ahead. Tell me.
And so
What do
some,
I do?
so one of the things is you'd put him in charge.
Always, yeah.
You would you would say,
Yeah.
"Oh, you think you can do better in marketing? Well, let me give you marketing.
Yeah.
Here's a budget, go market."
Yeah.
You've
Yeah.
done that so many
I
times, right?
have.
And we've done that. We've done that with other people. Oh, you think you can do better? Okay, become the product manager,
Totally.
right? Yeah, do it for a while
Yep.
and let them do it. But
Yep.
that didn't change them, did it?
No, as a matter of fact, some
Yeah.
people, I often will say this to the team. I've given away way too much rope.
Hmm.
So sometimes what happens if you give too much rope, somebody they will go and I hate the analogy, but hang themselves kind of
But they
thing.
won't learn anything.
The problem is
Yeah.
some will come to me and say, "Whoa, I'm way over my head. This
Yeah.
is way more difficult than I believed," right? And we can talk it out. I've had others that just left.
Yeah.
They
So why doesn't it change people?
uh because pushing people into what they believe that they know without any guidance is always a mischief.
It,
Thinking that people can work in a silo.
if you're thinking from this is
Yep,
this is
yep.
what works. Oh, let me just I'll let you finish your answer. Thinking people can work in a silo, finish. Hot, hot.
Yeah, hot, hot.
Welcome to
It's
Menopause.
about
Menopause podcast.
degrees in this room, so please. Is it?
It's hot.
It's hot. Yeah,
Um,
baby.
okay, let me talk when you're like sweating.
Yeah.
So what happens when you're thinking if you I use this analogy a lot. If you're thinking from the left side of the brain, you're either afraid, right, or you're fighting.
Okay.
And you're not thinking about anything else.
Okay.
Nothing, everything you see and you capture will come from an emotion of fear, right?
Yeah.
And or to hide or to run, to fight. So, so if you give them a new task, it's like giving them a new book, but they're reading the book with the same eyes, the same brain. Sorry, they're reading the book with the same brain. So they'll spot every single thing to actually consummate and validate their opinion.
Oh,
So, right?
oh no, they'll go down the wrong road and they'll continue to chase the
And they'll
wrong
and
road
they'll still be right.
and they'll still be right.
Okay.
Oh,
Right?
yeah, oh yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. We've seen
So
it way too many times. Yeah.
so one thing you could do, and this is what I do on Facebook when we're talking about that, I posted victim to victorious or victim versus victorious. So
Yeah.
what do I do? I let them be. I let them post. I let them stuff. Now, what happened last week is somebody asked me, why don't you tell this guy that he's wrong? So the
Oh,
post was, right? And I said, I don't waste my time telling people they're wrong. It's like there's a saying that goes, a bee doesn't waste her time explaining to the fly that honey tastes better than shit,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So they see what they see,
Most
right?
definitely. Most
And it's not
definitely.
their fault. So, but until they realize that they're seeing with their emotions, until they become present to it, they have to continue their path,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So one thing you can do is have instead of like the reason it doesn't work is we're not addressing the root cause. And I get that now. Now, if a person doesn't want to address the root cause, right, then they can leave, right? Because if you don't want to be able to see that you're in your trigger, you can't say, "Oh, I'm attached to the outcome here." Oh no, I'm seeing with the eyes of the past. Oh no, I'm reactive. If you can't have that conversation, nothing's going to change.
Nothing's going to change.
Nothing,
If
and you
you're always the smartest person in the
let
room,
them go.
doesn't matter what room you're going to go in, you'll always be the smartest person in the room. It'll be a very lonely place for you when you're constantly trying to prove your knowing.
But the one thing you cannot do, which I refuse to do, when somebody's playing the victim, do not go in the hole with these people.
Do not go in the
Do
hole
not
with these
defend.
people.
Do not reflect.
Do
Right.
not try to
Right.
change their
Right.
mind because all you're doing
Don't.
now is you're saying you're right. You're actually just meeting
Right.
that nonsense head on, right? To say, oh, well, you think you're right. Well, I think I'm right.
Yeah.
So and that's why I let people go on their path. Oh, you want to do marketing for Dovercoat? Go for it. Absolutely go for it. I have no troubles you taking on that position. I would never put Doverco in danger with anybody going
No.
to
No.
that's not what it's about. But what happens sometimes is we believe that we know better.
Yeah. Mhm.
Uh, uh, and it's because we're in a frustrated state. We
Yes.
wish, oh,
Yeah.
we wish we could have
Yes.
more viewers or whatever it
Yeah.
may be. So you're in a frustrated state. So all you can really do for those folks is make sure that they have the ability to shine in that space, kind of thing. And if they're willing to go a month or two later down the road, man, I was so wrong. I thought that I could have made a difference. Now we can have a conversation. Only then can we actually have an opportunity for
Okay.
change.
So if you're looking for victims,
Mm,
right? It'll sound like blame. It'll sound like attack. It'll feel like guilt. It'll
mm,
feel like shame inside of you.
it will.
If you're feeling less than, if you're feeling
Yep.
attacked,
Yep.
then they're the victim. What does victorious sound like or feel like? Like you've been around people that are victorious. What
Yes.
does it feel like or sound like? Give me sound bites of people who are victorious. Mark Black comes to mind,
Oh, he doesn't
right?
he come, yeah, come to
Right?
mind. Not, yeah, not only have I been honored with a
Mm.
heart and lung transplant, but now I've been honored with a kidney
Yeah.
transplant from my brother, right? He is so honored to be. He doesn't say, not for 1 minute does he go, why me? Why are my organs failing?
Yeah.
Why he is like on
He's
fire.
on
I
fire.
have been so honored to have these people, their unfortunate demise be my, although not his brother's great, be my ability to live kind of thing and have these children and a beautiful
So
wife.
they're grateful. Victorious
Absolutely,
feels and sounds grateful. Okay.
absolutely grateful.
Who else comes to mind from Victorious? There's so many
There's
people.
so there are
Name a
so
few.
there are so many people
James Rouse,
from yeah, James Rouse. I mean, he is a friend of Mindset Monday, and James has come from sexual abuse and as well as abusive father and a just battery really, and today he lives an amazing life telling his story all around the world, and why he was able to move on. There absolutely, there are just too many to mention.
but so what? So it feels like being grateful for life, right? It feels like
It's
seeing
more than
reality. It feels like seeing reality. What is it? Okay, what does it feel
So
like?
it's actually more than that. So I was that victim. So I was sexually abused in
Mhm.
my life, and I believed that I was not really even human anymore. So for me, um, victorious, and when I realized that I was victorious and did the first speech about coming from that victim, because I thought once you're a victim your entire life. All of a sudden, I realized how grateful I was for the life that I lived.
Mm.
My past no longer was creating the broken human within me. It was, this is why I am who I am. I am able to stand a little stronger. I'm able to stand a little straighter. And I'm able to now speak the words without feeling less than because of my past. I was the dirty girl, remember?
So accepting reality.
Accepting reality
Yeah.
and now this is going to sound unusual, but being grateful for my past, being grateful for the things that happened to me so I can be the human that I am
No,
today.
isn't that the weirdest thing ever?
It
But yeah.
sounded so bizarre. I remember being in front of Kelly Armitage at that very
Mm.
first Titan, and she
Okay.
said, Shelley,
Yeah.
um, embrace your rapist.
Mm.
I get up from the table.
Mm.
I was like, I gotta go. I gotta go.
What did he bring me to?
how can i
Mhm.
how can I embrace my rapist? How is that even, how does that even happen? And I can tell you it happens, and it is, it feels so good to have control over your future because your past no longer defines any of it.
Okay, so that's so. And what is other like when you think about people, you don't have to name them, but when you think about people, what does victorious sound like? Sound bites, so we can like detect when are
Yeah.
you're. And sometimes we go into victims. Like
Yeah.
sometimes there's a.
Oh my gosh,
I'm sure
absolutely.
that we all have these moments we go into victim,
We
but
do.
most of the time, what does victorious feel and sound like in your body?
Mm.
So one is being grateful for your past.
Yeah.
When you talk about your rapist, I have this feeling when you talk about it
Yeah.
of like empowerment and rising above. I have this feeling of I just like my shoulders just went back and said, yeah, I can do this, right?
Yeah.
Victorious. And we
Yeah.
have people that are like survivors of things, right?
Yeah. We have a
And
lot of
and
people that are
keep
survivors.
in mind that you might be thinking, oh, I didn't have that kind of childhood. Yeah, all suffering tastes the same,
All of it.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So so you maybe so you're looking for what is are the things that victorious people sound like? Well, saying thank you is
Yeah.
another one. When you have a person that says thank you for the things, the smallest of things,
The
victorious,
kindest
right?
people are
Whole
victorious. They
victorious.
understand kindness. They
Yes.
will never ever walk away from you without making you feel
They're not,
so good. Have you ever
oh,
left it, right?
yeah.
Have you ever left a room or come into, yeah, had somebody come into a room and the whole dynamic changed? The
Yeah.
whole dynamic changed. Dovaconians are like
Mm,
that. So we've had people come into our space and we always had a thing on our door that said, come on in, we're awesome.
yeah.
And people would be like, oh, like okay, that was funny, but you guys are really awesome.
Mm.
And it's because our energy level, Eve set an intention a long time ago that we're only going to thrive here, right? We're only going to thrive here. And if you're not thriving, leave.
Mm.
Not leave forever.
Go
Just
home for a bit.
go for a walk. Go do
Mm.
what you need to do because we're all in reaction. We're human. We're all going to have our own little self suffering or pity party. But when you're in that mode and your energy is low, don't come in. Send a little note. Hey, I'm going to work from home today. I'm going to go for a walk in the woods. We know how to get out of the victimhood.
So, with a victorious person,
Mhm.
you feel energized.
Oh,
You feel better. You feel lighthearted. You don't feel depleted. Yeah.
you don't
Yeah.
feel depleted.
So what else can you sound bites or that you feel with victorious people?
Victorious people will throw around the word love like candy.
Yeah,
They love on everybody. They understand that their love comes from within and they will talk about love often.
I love that. I love
Victoria
love.
I love love, yeah. Victorious people will sit in silence for a really long time so they can truly hear others.
They give themselves.
It's the gift to themselves.
Victorious people say no.
Victorious people say no, absolutely, because they understand that that means that they're saying yes to something that they truly want to do.
Mm, get that
Yeah.
right there. Yeah, victorious people. I
Oh, oh. Oh, look at that. Sorry.
Victor,
Sorry.
the
Victorious people.
victorious people. I'm thinking of people now, right? Victorious people don't blame. Victorious people are curious. Yeah.
They are.
Oh, that's the other one. Victorious,
Sorry.
nothing is beneath them. Victorious
Nothing.
people, nothing is beneath them.
Nothing is beneath them. I'm going to write a book called Every CEO Has Time to Empty the Garbage.
Nothing is beneath them.
Nothing is beneath them.
Victorious people, nothing is beneath them. They'll do whatever
Yeah.
if they can, right?
Yeah.
Like they'll look at they'll look at the. I was asked to teach at the movie
Hmm.
today, and they wanted me to teach at 6 a.m. And I thought about you and said, no, I can't do that. My schedule doesn't allow it because I don't have that schedule anymore. So I said no, but I said I really would love to teach, and so I think we're going to make a deal. So
Oh,
that's victorious people, right?
they
So
nifty there.
you don't miss the opportunity, but you do have the ability to say no and to be the best self you can be in
Yeah.
the yes, yeah. So victorious
So
people
proud
are
of you.
I'm growing up,
Friggin' proud of
becoming
you.
victorious.
Yes. Beautiful.
Victorious people are opportunists. They create wealth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
They,
they don't actually even create wealth. They already have wealth,
mm,
right?
they live in
They
abundance.
live in
They live as if
abundance.
they
Yeah.
have everything.
Yeah.
They live as if life was a gift and a
Yeah.
surprise and unexpected.
So interesting
Mm.
because I made a comment not too long ago. My sister and I were walking and I said something about being poor. And she said, "Well, you don't act like it." And I said, "Oh, good."
I like
You
that.
know, oh, good. She's like, "Well, no, I would have thought like you go around and act like you have all kinds of money." It's like,
Yeah, but it's
great,
a
great.
feeling of abundance. I,
'Cause
I have everything I need,
I
right?
have
Everything I need.
everything
I
I
need.
need.
Yeah,
Yeah, I do not. Yeah, exactly. I
right.
have everything I need. Yeah.
So what we're looking for is to transfer because everybody, every single body, right? Every body in the world has been a victim in
Yeah.
some state or another.
Yeah.
So what we're trying to do is to bring people from victimhood to victorious. And some people take more time than others.
Yes.
Some people, it's not their path to do it with you. It's a path to do with someone else, right? But everybody will move on from victim to victorious. And it might be the last breath that you take, but you'll move on from victim to victorious.
Please don't let it be the last breath that you take.
That's a choice that you have,
It
though,
is a
right?
choice. It is a choice. And that is the thing, right? I can remember, at 47, I just believed that my future was pretty solid in being a broken human being from
So,
my past. So don't allow that to happen to you. Reach out.
so the video that I shared is from Dr. Jill. Forget her name.
Yeah.
It's a TED
Remember.
Talk,
Yeah.
and maybe I'll share it on the Facebook.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And so she talked about she got a stroke, and she was talking about left brain versus right brain.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so what happens to the victim is you're stuck in your personality, right? And if you're stuck in your personality, you get triggered by the smallest of things. If you get triggered by, I remember when I was teaching at the Y this winter, and people got upset because people were working that were parking
Oh,
wrong in
yeah.
their car, and I would say, well, okay, let's do a practice on that. And now the students are coming to class to thank you for that lesson because they were victims. They were a victim of somebody parking like wrong in a parking spot, and that was taking their day.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's living in the past.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's living in the left brain.
It,
That's living by emotions of the past, things of the past, blaming them for your suffering, right?
yeah.
So what we do here at Doboco is we create an environment like this space, like that Dion created, Nicole created, a space that you can actually like calm down
Right.
and become a victim to victorious,
Yeah.
to take charge of your brain. And when you start shifting your mindset towards, being curious, being alive, and being excited about life, you go through the left brain to the right brain. What you're doing is you're creating new neuron pathways. And there's science that'll tell you that your brain lights up
Yep.
like a Christmas tree
Yep.
because you're looking for new neuron pathways. What you're doing is reprogramming your personality. Yeah.
Reprogramming. And that's how you think about it. Reprogramming.
Yeah.
So instead of I used to have a friend that would post people parking poorly. And every day he would post another person parking poorly. So he went around looking for that. He went around looking for anger, right?
Yeah.
Because it pissed him off. So one day I posted something, I watched it for about a month or so, and it was every day. And I thought, I'm going to post just a little something to say, your anger is coming through. We see that you're looking for more of it.
Hmm.
Would you like me to help you and take pictures
Did you
of
post it?
people posting? Absolutely.
Okay. What
Absolutely.
happened?
There has not been another post.
Yeah. So when you're calling someone out,
Mm-hmm.
right? What happens is they start thinking about something different than what they were thinking about.
Yeah, just
You
a
remember
second.
Baron Baptiste? He used to do this trick. Like we were in level one, not level two, we were fit to
The
lead.
lead. Yeah.
And I would recommend going to level one to every leader on this podcast. Like it'll change your life.
Yeah.
Level one, Baron Baptiste,
Yep.
best teaching leadership training I've ever done.
Ever done.
And so he would so this lady was crying because something had happened that was disastrous, like victim in her life.
Yeah.
And he just looked at her and says, "Those are nice shoes, right?" And then he said, "What's the name of your husband again? And what's the name of your daughter?" And what color is her hair? How old
Yeah.
is she? What color is her hair? What he was doing is bringing her to the present moment instead of being the victim. So from there, right, you can start working when they're here. You can't. I was coaching a young man the other day, a dentist actually, and he was saying, I have trouble with this generation. They're not listening to me because I'm 37 years old and I have a lot of experience in not listening to me." I say, "Well, stop by stopping that. Start by stopping that,
Yeah.
right? You don't know everything, right? So that's why she's not listening to you, is you're talking from an emotion."
Hmm.
Right. So start by becoming curious to why she's doing what she's doing, and then bring her here. Right.
Yeah.
So maybe you're half of the problem. Yeah.
What about a conversation, right? I started this with there's nothing worse when somebody says, "Here, let me explain to you what they just said," right? Why couldn't we just simply have a conversation?
Because we're too busy telling you what we know. It's not
Yeah.
That's not a conversation.
Yeah. Everybody wants to
Mm.
be a coach today. It's
Mm.
it's creating a lot of knowing in our world, and that creates a lot of angst.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cuz sometimes we're not always right. The best part of my day is when somebody comes to me and goes, "Oh my gosh, I thought that this was going to turn out this way, but it didn't, Shelley." Right? But
Mm.
I can still hear the
See?
energy in their voice. You
See,
can
that's
still,
that's observing, not attachment, which I love that. So you're owning up.
they're
That's victorious.
absolutely, that in itself is
It's
victorious.
victorious.
It's the best part of the day when somebody says, "Shelley, I'm going to go do this thing." And they're so sure that the thing that they're going to do is going to succeed. But
Yeah.
when it doesn't, they come and they're still energized about it because the unintended results gave them an opportunity to see something
Just be
else.
so different.
And to me, that's do and discover.
Yeah.
That is do and
You're
discover.
learning something.
That
Think when
is,
you were a kid and you're learning something new.
yeah,
That's where you are. You come back and you're in the prefrontal cortex. You're in the right brain, right?
yeah,
You're rethinking everything. Oh, maybe I can do this or maybe I can do that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What if we could have a conversation about that failure? Don't go hide. Don't go hide
Yeah.
because that's what most people will do. Oh my God, how am I going to tell her?
Yeah,
Just
so
tell
okay,
me.
so
Let's
things
talk about
just
it.
as a kind of
Hmm.
a summary for people here,
Yeah.
right? So victim to victorious. So victims blame, victim accuse, victims argue, victim are angry, victims have the answers, right?
Yeah.
Victorious are grateful, they're curious, they ask question, they're on team,
They're kind.
they're
They're
kind,
loving.
they're loving, right? So how do you move a victim to a victorious? Well, you allow them to see that they're a victim. You
That's
have
it.
to bring them here.
You do have to
You have to
bring
bring
them
them here.
here. Yeah.
And once they're in the space here, they can come here and say, "Oh, okay, let's work on that and see if we can actually make you victorious." And everybody has that capability. And
Yeah.
that's our job as leaders.
Yeah.
Our job as leaders is to build leaders.
It is. It is. So our job is to say less and be a lot more observant.
Like you've done such a fantastic job here at Dovaco building
Thank
leaders.
you.
We have leaders.
Leaders.
And how has that affected your life?
Well, I don't have to be anymore.
You don't have to be a leader.
Yeah.
So if you're a
We are
leader
leaders.
and you're
Yeah.
constantly having people knocking at your door for your answers, you're not leading.
No.
You're dictating.
Yeah. You're
Yeah.
keeping them in victimhood.
You're
You're
keeping them in,
keeping them in
and
the
that
hood,
is a
man.
hard way to
It
live
is a bad place to live.
because you'll never be able to take the
Yeah.
break.
So if you're a leader and you believe that because people are knocking down your door, you are so
Hmm.
important, I want you to look at it
That's not
again
leadership.
and reach out to Eve for some coaching.
Okay, so I'm gonna give a little shout out to my to our prime minister last week. He
Yes.
did something to me that was, oh my God, so
To
good.
you.
Not to me. He posted something. He was
Yeah.
being asked by a reporter. Her name is Rosemary, and she didn't ask the question. She wasn't doing her job correctly there at that moment. I don't doubt that she's a great reporter. She's been doing this
Long
for
time.
thousands of years. Yeah,
Yep.
she's very experienced.
She is.
But I think she got caught up in the emotion. She asked a question and then she concluded, "I doubt that." Right? You mean to tell me that you have no conflict of interest, right, at all? I doubt that. So that wasn't a question. That was an attack.
Yeah.
So our prime minister answered, "Look inside yourself, Rosemary."
Rosemary. Yeah. It's
In
our
other
new
words,
hashtag here at Dovico.
in other words,
Hide yourself,
in other
Rosemary.
words, if I give you all the facts and you still see what you see, because I'm not saying there's no conspiracy. I'm saying, okay, I can't give you more. What you see is what you see.
Yeah.
And if you already have concluded that you know the answer, you're the victim.
Yeah.
So Rosemary is a victim. And Mark,
Unfortunately.
our prime minister, spotted that and say, okay, I'll let you be the victim. I'll give you a little hint. Look inside yourself, Rosemary.
Yeah.
And he moved on.
He did.
Why does he move on? Because he already
With
knows
that
the
little
answer.
side smirk that he has.
Like,
I
that
love
was
his smirk.
that was good
It was
because
so good.
it's helpful to Rosemary.
Yeah.
And I bet you she will change her questions now. I think she'll become more that she's very successful,
She is.
right?
Yeah.
And she got there because she was curious about the answers. She's gonna think twice about accusing someone.
Yeah. And that's exactly what
Yeah.
it was, is it was an accusation, right?
It was an
So,
accusation.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if you're being accused, right? I'm not saying you should say those things, but I'm going to use it. Look inside yourself, Rosemary. I'm going to make a T-shirt out of it because after a while, like I can't answer the questions. If you already know the answers, well, like you're telling me that you know the answer, well, then I would say, well, go do something
Go do
about it.
it.
If because blaming and complaining is the difference. I did a video on that. The difference between that and action oriented is a complaint and a blame has no action. What are you doing about the information you have? If you think there is like I've done something wrong, then put a complaint.
Yeah.
Put a complaint with the RCMP and see what happens. Nothing, because there's no facts to that.
Yeah.
But you won't believe it.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Right?
It's true.
What are you doing? What actions are you taking from your information? Because if you have information and you're not taking action, that is not wisdom, right? That's intellect. Wisdom comes from the experience of learning something about your information. And you may learn that you're wrong.
Yeah.
Victorious comes from the admitting that I was wrong.
Maybe I was wrong. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You see the
That
difference?
is- yes.
You want to be around people that are victorious,
Yeah.
people that are survivors.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So vote Mark Black.
Oh, I love that. Oh, all the people watching. Barbara, so happy you are happier today. Makes me happy. Leslie Ann, Dion, of course, Trent, Miranda, my love.
Leslie, yeah,
Yes.
and
Peyton.
Pedro. Yeah.
Yeah. Wonderful. Thank you all so much for being here with us today. We love this. We
Yeah.
love
Favorite
chatting.
time
It
of
is our
week.
favorite time of the week. Never miss a Monday. I'm Shelley Butler,
I mean, Doucet.
and this has been Mindset Monday. I love you. And how are you showing up?